This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate. 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatic Sidekicks podcast.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, he ain't in this issue. Quantum bands, nope. Zip, nada, zero, zilch. That's right, Quantum Zoners. We're talking Starblast, part 3 from Secret Defenders 11.
Wait, are you going to do the voiceover of the top box?
Hey, it's up, Lil Hellfire. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And Master to a new canine. It is.
This is Matt. Matt Kona. Master of none.
No, master of his own domain.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get to the part of Starblast. That's Secret Defenders number 11. Like I said, cannot wait to hear what Ray had to say about this. He's gonna be like, "Why did you do that?"
It actually does have number 3 on the cover. So.
Oh, does it?
So
so
we are 3 for 3 with having the correct sequence, I guess.
Oh,
we'll see
nice.
What comes next.
It's ting
I'm
ting
taking
ting
notes.
ting ting ting.
There you go, Lil. Oh, look, you just messaged me on Facebook Messenger. It's Ray himself.
Nice.
He was listening to Ultimate Spider Cast. Of course, he always does, but we covered that round robin arc, you know, with a certain character. Well, there were many characters. There was many characters in there. I mean, Moon Knight.
The New Mutants Speedball?
No, of course it was Moon Knight and Punisher and Nova, Night Thrasher, and Darkhawk. Oh, I had the Lil said something like, who's it? Does Darkhawk have any fans? I'm like, oh, Matt Kona would like to have a word with you.
Yeah.
So yes. So what's new? I was gonna say any new TV, but I know Will's watching Star Trek.
We're almost finished with season 5 at this point.
What, Voyager?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Then it'll be Enterprise. And then I don't know.
Discovery?
We may continue on. We've already watched Picard, so maybe we'll do Discovery. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, because do this 2 seasons of Discovery, because season 3 is coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Kona, you been watching anything good, or have you started the Halloween movies early?
We did watch a couple more Halloween movies this week. We've only watched 3 so far, so we haven't done as much pre-production as I think we would have liked to so far. But that's about it. I haven't finished watching the most recent The Boys episode. I kind of figure I should just wait until Friday so I can get 2 to watch back to back. So
yes, the latest one was interesting. Yes, very interesting. Very interesting.
I'm sure it was. So, trying to stay away from the spoilers, and so far so good.
Very good. Very good. I've been watching an old show since I figured out how to get HBO Max on the Amazon Fire Cube. Yes, my 7-year-old son Luca has discovered an old show, so we're
so you'll be there for him?
Oh, wait, do you know what I'm watching?
You told it. Yeah, I think you told
last week.
Oh, did I? Yeah. We were watching Friends, yeah. Yes, what do we watch tonight? The one with Chandler in a box, and what was the other one? When the guys bet the girls the apartment and they win.
Oh.
Yeah. Come on! You're old white men, you should know this. Come on. But yeah, so been watching that. Yeah, I finally figured out a workaround for the HBO, because Amazon Fire Cube didn't have like a dedicated app for it. I don't know if there's like a weird thing going on with Amazon and HBO, but it's like you can do it, but you have to set a certain setting, and then you have to download like a downloader app, and then you can like download, I guess, the Android app for HBO Max, because I guess they use the Android software or whatever. But it works. I mean, it works. Once I downloaded it, you know, I just had to download like an extra thing in it, but it worked. Because I guess I'm getting free HBO Max because I subscribe to HBO, you know, on my Direct TV. But so I just needed to figure out how to get it on the box, and I did. But yeah, we haven't been watching anything too new. Mostly Friends. Someone said, "Good evening, gentlemen." Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you don't give Facebook like access or StreamYard access, half the time I can't tell who's saying good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. I was gonna say like a downloader app.
You're probably wondering why I've called you all here tonight.
Ah. Oh Lord, Ray's giving me bad puns in the messenger. Not even about this episode. Jeez. So
yeah. You guys read anything good lately?
Like I said, there was a whole bunch of Batman crap came out last. Well, not crap, but Detective Comics 1027 came out. 1,000 issues since the first appearance. So again, they did a big thing for Detective 1000, and hey, let's do another $10 book for 1027 because there were some actually decent stories, and I had to admit, Bendis wrote like a halfway decent Batman story, so it's like a murder mystery. Oh, it's Soshin. Hey, Soshin, what's up? Turn right now. For you OG fans. But yeah, that was good. I'm trying to remember. What else came out last week? Immortal Hulk came out. That was good. That's always good. Iron Man #1. Anyone read Iron Man #1? It's pretty good. It's like back to basics. Like once again, Tony Stark like sells his shares in the company, moves back to the East Coast, and new armor and stuff. The armor is pretty cool. It's like a mix of like a classic look and something new, and Patsy Walker Hellcat's in it, and yeah, it's pretty good. And the freaking unicorn shows up. Working for somebody, but yeah. So I mean, it's a very retro feel, but
classic villain.
Yeah,
classic villain.
And you want retro, my friends? He pulls the armor out of a briefcase. Come on.
Nice.
So if you've been if you're an old man like us, you've been jonesing for some older Iron Man. Yeah, it's got a really retro feel going.
Cool. I have to give that one a try.
Yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow. Next issue of Daredevil comes out. Chip Zdarsky's been killing it on Daredevil. Yeah,
I've heard good things about that.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like up to tomorrow's gonna be issue 22, I think. Yeah. Oh, I was putting a link up for the new episode of Nightwing News today, and it was like we were covering Nightwing 141 from like what was that, 2008 or 2009. I'm like, remember when they let books get over 100 issues without renumbering them? Remember when?
Get off my lawn.
Exactly. So what have you guys been reading? Any good comics? Wait. Let me guess. Conan's been reading some old stuff or some Marvel Age.
Well, technically, I've read some old Catwoman. I mean, because DC has been put out these dollar issues too, and so I'll get those and then go back, and it's usually to promote a trade paperback, the same way that Marvel does or something. And so I'll read an issue, and if it tickles my fancy, then I'll find the rest of the story and read on. So I read some old Catwoman and Batman issues, and then I grabbed a couple of. I did get that one of those recent Batman 100-page giants, and read that, and some X-Men, random old Claremont era X-Men stuff. Morlocks and things like that. So
yeah, but look, Australia chiming in. Batman crap. Right.
Batman crap. Well, I'll read some Moon Knight crap this week. Okay, I'll have more to talk about. Sorry, not Moon Knight crap, but
Wait. Moon Knight's regular ongoing. Oh, wait. Moon Knight doesn't have an ongoing right now, huh, Ray? Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite hero, Ray?
Batman.
What does he give you?
They big units.
Whoa, that's pretty damn big.
Matt, he has a question for you. Have you found any Under Siege comics birthday cake?
Oh no, I would love to, but I would love to read a comic adaptation of Under Siege.
For those of you who don't get that joke, the one morning we were on Ultimate Spider Cast, we were talking Scarlet Spider, me, Matt, and Ray. I forget, how did Under Siege come up, but we all remembered it for one particular scene.
Yeah, it's really the only scene in the movie I remember, except it was in a boat. Right. So. I mean, I did read the comic book adaptation of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey recently, so maybe I'll just seek out movie adaptations in comics.
Oh, that's Charlie was telling us. I guess there's some kind of prequel comic to that new Bill and Ted movie.
There's definitely several. There's a new Bill and Ted comic that's out there.
Yeah,
I think it's called Bill and Ted Go to Hell or something, but. There was one around the time of the movies too.
I think it's like Bill and
series.
I think it's like Bill and Ted are doomed or something. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. I don't know why I said go to hell, but yeah.
Go to hell.
Bill and Ted, new comic, go to hell. I just saw that. I actually haven't seen the new movie yet. But.
Oh, Ray said no. He was saying Batman crap because he was quoting me. Hey Ray, I can quote you.
Out of the pouch, boing.
A couple of balls down the gob.
And of course, again, old joke.
I thought they were Boston Pizza owners.
Boston Pizza. Not in Boston.
I think pizza.
Yeah. When I think Boston Pizza, I think Arkansas.
Exactly, because there's one in Little Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Ray, do you, here's a question, because he does say he does eat this. Ray, are there big pizza places down there? Because, up here, sometimes people get like pepperoni or sausage on their pizzas. Ray, can you get a pizza with all the kangaroo you can eat on it?
Vegemite sauce.
He did say there was a lag in the comments, so yeah, give it a minute or two, maybe we'll get, yes, Ray. Can you get a pizza fully loaded with, kangaroo and
crocodile.
Oh, crocodile.
Trap bear.
Throw another kangaroo.
Drop bear. Sorry, drop bear.
Throw another kangaroo in the bobby. Aussie pizza. Oh wait, absolutely. Absolutely. Aussie pizza, bacon and eggs. So what, you get bacon and eggs on pizza? What?
Bacon. I'm down with bacon on pizza. I mean, that's...
If by bacon you mean the ruse. Emu pizza? Ooh, I don't know what would be worse. It going in or coming out. Oh, and crock pizza for sure.
Does it taste like chicken? Sorry, that's an old joke.
Seriously. Oh my God, but no, I know for a while back, Lilith was going to try, I guess in Florida, they had gator bites, but then she chickened out. Yes, thank you, Soshin. Crock pizza, puke.
Puke pizza, yes, they got that too.
Goes with the crock pizza. All right, so should we get to this craptacular issue?
Let's do it.
Then. Are we going to cast it in advance?
Yeah, so who do we got? We got Nova. We got, Doctor Strange in the beginning? We get North Star at some point. We get the Hulk. Do we get any other voices in this? I don't care. Someone shout it out. Who wants to be who? I think, Nova does most of the talking. I was going to say. If anybody wants me to shut up for once, if somebody wants to be Nova, or
he's a little chatty. I'll be Nova. I have long and flowing hair like him. So,
ooh, nice.
And similar torso. Yeah.
I know, man. Look at that first page, man.
Yeah,
it's like he's been eating some of that Brew pizza.
He's been reading that Starblast #1.
Oh wait, I guess we got an answer on the croc. It's half fish, half chicken tasting.
I mean, they do sell crocodile in America too.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Lilith said there was some place down.
Or no, actually, it might be alligator because crocodiles are. Not
because I know in
here.
Florida, Lilith was saying about I think it was alligator bites or something.
Yeah,
but they fry it. They fry it or something.
Nuggets, and jerky.
So it probably tastes like chicken. So they fry the hell out of it, probably.
I wonder if there's a major taste difference between croc and gator. I think Lilith needs to mail some to Ray so we can find a definitive answer.
They should mail it to each other so they can do the taste test and who thinks
There
what's
you go.
better. Yeah.
Promote Lilith's new, even though hers is, she wants to do a drinking YouTube show, right? Like a tasting of beverages.
Yes.
Oh,
Those two drinking and eating crocodile and alligator. Yeah.
Yeah. Foster's and gator. Is that the same as Foster's and croc?
Yes.
Sounds like a bounty hunting duo.
Challenge extended, Lilith Hellfire.
Although to be fair, I know that Foster's is more popular in England than it is in Australia, but that's where it's from. Australian phobia.
We have a request here.
Oh.
Ray says Will for Doctor Strange.
Okay, I'll take Doc Strange.
Who are you going to be, Phil?
I guess I was going to say. You want me to? I was going to say I can do. I was going to say. Well, I can do the Hulk, and then Will, do you want to do North Star? Or do you want me to do North Star? Because I think Conan's going to be reading most of this issue as Nova.
I'll take North Star.
All right, sounds good. Sounds like a plan, right. Jan.
That's right, it does.
Sounds like a plan, Jan.
All right, so Secret Defenders number 11. Oh, we have a different team too. Yes, from January 1994. Ron Mars writer. Tom Grindberg penciler. Blame him. Mike DiCarlo and company inker. So I guess we got a bunch of inkers. John Costanza letterer. John Callis colorist. Rockwitz Macchio DeFalco. Secret editors. All right, so I guess I could have did this intro at the beginning when
this is what I was trying to coax you into.
When Doctor Strange, master of the mystic arts, faces a crisis even he cannot handle, he gathers together a covert group of heroes to get the job done. Stan Lee presents the Secret Defenders. All right, Kona, I guess it's all you.
All right, so you see Nova flying in the clouds.
Man, look at them thighs.
You want to think there are some things you can always count on. Spider-Man on the front page, the Bugle, Reed Richards heading up the Fantastic Four. Not one person ever yelling, "Look up in the sky, it's the man called Nova." In Doctor Strange's house on Bleecker Street, things just aren't what they used to be, are they?
See recent events in Doc's own book, Mike.
Yeah, it's dilapidated, caved in, door coming off the handles. Place looked like a battlefield, the loser's side of it. I'm standing there wondering what in the world could possibly do a number like this on Doc, then realized it probably had nothing to do with this world. I just hoped I wouldn't stumble across his body in the rubble. I got the next best thing, though, and I thought he was spooky in person.
Why have you come here, boy?
Cripes, don't do that. As you can see. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
All right, I'll answer.
Yeah, sorry. As you can see, neither I nor my abode is in any condition to receive visitors. I would prefer you depart now.
Doc, that is you, right? What went down here? You're not dead or anything, are you? I mean, don't take it the wrong way. It's just you kind of look like a ghost. If I could do anything...
You simply behold my astral form. More than that is of no concern to you. If you have business here, state it. Otherwise, leave me.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I came looking for some help. But you've got your own problems, so...
Go on.
All right. Although, frankly, this is just something I happened into. This is about as much as I know. I guess you're familiar with Quasar? You say.
I think that's still Doc.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Quantum Bands, Funny Kate? Yeah, him. His girlfriend, Kayla, has this thing called the Star Brand, which is, well, I'm not really sure what it is, but it's powerful. So, of course, I come home charging to her rescue, which didn't work out real well. They grabbed Kayla and got away. So Quasar rounded up some heroes and went off after them. I'm pretty much holding the fort. Only thing is, the Starblasters left behind a little present, probably hoping to slow down Quasar. Now, I've got to deal with it. Anyway, Quasar spots some disturbances on the moon and heads off to check it out. Tragedy averted with a little help. But, come to find out, the whole thing was just a distraction to separate Quasar from Kayla. These space goons called the Starblasters were looking to get their hands on Kayla and the Star Brand. The rest of the warriors aren't around, and this thing that the Starblasters left is causing some serious destruction, and well, I can't catch it. It's too fast.
I see. Very well then. Continue to track this present as best you can. When I'm able, I'll send you help.
Okay, I go after the thing again, but I wasn't any better off than I was before. It was ripping up the landscape, and I couldn't get close enough to lay a hand on it. Then I get past like a dodged dart on the Autobahn. Nice to be wrong once in a while. North Star? Jeez. My first thought was, now what? I've got two of the things to deal with. You see, North Star battling this giant metal tube dreadlocked visor wearing, and it looks like Death's Head. Except when it hurts. You're it? You're my help?
Merci for your gratitude. Do you insult everyone who comes to your aid, or just Canadian mutants?
Well, no, it's just I wasn't expecting, someone.
Oh, fine. Now, typically American. If I didn't come swinging in on a web or riding a flaming motorcycle, I must be fairly useless. Is that it? Self-important fool. Had you not interrupted me, I'd the robot taken apart already. Have you any idea what?
Shut up, will you? You're going to help me or not?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I suppose you might as well follow me while I run our quarry to ground.
I don't have that kind of speed. What are you going to do, rob me piggyback?
In a manner of speaking. I do have that kind of speed. Simply stay in my slipstream and you'll be drawn along behind me. So you can watch while I catch it.
Oh, man.
There.
You see it on top of the Capitol building?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, in front of the Washington Monument, across the plaza. I think Forrest Gump is obstructed by the word bubbles, but tell me I'm not seeing this. I gotta stop that thing and save a national landmark? Well, isn't this a full day?
What did he break the sound barrier? Or did they hit him?
Alright. One robot alien technology and all that, but still one robot. Really sounded good on paper. No big deal for a guy with a Xandar core suit and a large ego, right? So did the Mets last year. Of course, and it gets knocked to the ground. Of course, it's not like North Star was setting the world on fire either. Nope, not like that at all. You see him get jacked in the chest by it. At least he's indebted to me now. Maybe I could talk him out of a couple of hockey tickets or something. He is from Canada and all.
Of course.
Owing his life to me didn't improve North Star's attitude, though. Jerk.
Perhaps you'll surprise me with a plan of action that actually proves useful.
Sure. How's this? How's this grab you? Next time I let you get squashed while I make a tactical retreat. Either that or we just keep hammering it.
Oh, simply brilliant.
And they both fly into it. I dented it, I think. Maybe.
And knocks Nova away.
Oh. Ugh.
Yeah.
This isn't even working. Not even a little. Whatever that thing's made of, we don't have the power to tackle it.
We had noticed. Were you expecting any creepy mist about now? Oh, wait, sorry, that's you.
Oh, yeah. Were you expecting any creepy mist now?
None.
Wait, I think they messed that up because, I mean, doesn't that look like Nova's helmet, the one who's saying no?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So let me see. Somebody call for a doctor, or maybe two of them.
Oh, Dr. Banner. The Hulk.
It's Bruce. On second thought, that's Dr. Banner to you two, as in Dr. Banner, who had better things to do today. But don't let it worry you. Do I look like a guy who holds a grudge? So, where's it at?
I like that. They're smiling and just...
Looks like they're hitchhiking or reviewing a movie Siskel and Ebert really liked.
Stay put. And Hulk just comes up, taps the thing on the shoulder. Excuse me. Just starts smashing it.
It is a cool 2-page spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lettering, those lettering sound effects are pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Bam.
Probably the best art of the issues is those sound effects.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So, things in pieces. That was tough, wasn't it? Steve gone already? Because Strange was hovering there.
You mean Doctor Strange? Evaporated is actually a better description.
Great. Now I'm going to walk home besides.
We can carry you?
Mr. Spock and a guy with a bucket on his head. Yeah, right.
See, it's like I said, you want to think there are some things you can always count on. Some things, like 7-foot green guys having surly dispositions and being particularly useful in a fight, you still can. And interlude.
What's this interlude? Is that the Hulk?
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Maybe? No.
It looked like somebody green, but I don't know. But again, the proportions in this issue, you know.
Green guys. It's
looks like somebody floating in space.
It's Guitar.
Oh, yeah. No guitar. From this moment, your life belongs to Thanos of Titan. Yeah, I think it's setting up the next Secret Defenders arc spell.
Thanos is the Secret Defenders.
Thanos just grabs some guy who's floating in space.
Yeah, the next issue is just a giant Thanos head.
Oh yeah, because it says Thanos' Secret Defenders.
Yeah, and then the cover art for the next one says, "Uh-oh, how come Thanos is on the cover?"
So that was just like a 17-page story?
Something like that. And then that interlude is basically mostly caption, mostly textless.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very like names in a hat drawn out to choose what heroes will be in this team issue.
And I remember reading it because I don't even.
Or they just took a bunch of Marvel cards and put them on a hat.
Yeah, I remember when I read this a couple weeks ago for the first time because I don't even have the prints. I had to do it digitally. Like it reads quick. I mean, even just us reading through it, it's quick. It's just
we did get a Quasar appearance there in like the first 4 pages. We got to see him and Caleb.
I know, man. You see how thick?
True.
Did you see how thick those two were too?
Yeah.
Kayla had got some junk in the trunk in this one. Jeez. But, I mean, again, the art wasn't the best, and it's like, okay, the 2 stories we're going to get in Starblast is basically, Quasar and the main force in space, and then you get, like, those Namor and Fantastic Four issues, like, in the ocean.
Yeah.
So what the hell was this thing doing in this issue? It was attacking the Capitol building. What the hell was that?
Running amok. I
guess, but it's like, what was the point of it? I get another distraction.
It hates America. That's why.
Yeah.
Communist. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, because I mean, later on, doesn't Skeletron even say it's like the whole ocean stuff's like a big distraction? So was this like another distraction?
I kind of think so. I mean,
could be.
It's like, oh, thanks, Hulk. You took out one robot. Thanks. Yeah, this one was so weird. Yeah, Nova, who was basically on the sidelines for the whole thing anyway, is just like, oh, Doctor Strange, I need help.
Yeah, that was his go-to spot because the New Warriors were busy. I wonder if we could find out about what they were doing that month.
So was Northstar just around, or did Doctor Strange teleport him in? Because it's like, why wouldn't you bring the rest of Alpha Flight?
Yeah, well, and we know that the New Warriors were fine because they were checking on Nova after he got the crap kicked out of him, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again.
Maybe it was just embarrassing for him. He didn't want to ask them for help.
And Namor 46 on the cover just says Starblast crossover.
Oh, yeah, because that's always the big thing why people are confused is because some of them had numbers on them, some of them didn't. I think some just say tie-in.
Yeah.
Whew. But yeah, that issue was tough to read. Whew.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just like a Nova solo issue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Hulk just comes in as like a plot device at the end.
I also think that who could save the capital of America but a Canadian? And and he doesn't quite get it done. But
I mean, I don't. I mean, the thing is fast, so
yeah.
I mean, okay, North Star's fast. I get that, but there's Quicksilver. There's the Squadron Supreme.
Macari.
There's Macari. Well, Macari's off planet.
Oh,
still.
true.
I mean, and I guess maybe, the whole thing with Secret Defenders, they always want to do like a weird mix of like, oh, this group has
Popular
never teamed up before.
Yeah. Maybe that's why the new Warriors weren't notified because it had to be a secret. I don't know.
It's a secret. It's a secret that this giant robot is up on top of the Capitol building.
Yeah.
Tear it out.
And it's like, you do an eclectic enough mix, you can like promote how many different books. It's like, okay, New Warriors, Alpha Flight, Hulk's book, Doctor Strange's books. I mean, we even got the the editor's note for Doctor Strange's book. So
yeah, and Starblast.
Yes,
and Starblast and Thanos and what is that? The
but that's like the next issue of Secret Defenders. Yeah.
Infinity Watch. I don't know.
Oh, true. Soshin wants to know if anyone's seen New Mutants yet. Is it any good?
Still no.
Nope.
No.
Still no.
Well, put it out on Disney Plus already. I'm sorry, Soshin. I value the health of my family and myself over going to see New Mutants. Black Widow may be a different story, but New Mutants, no. I wonder if they're about to delay that because I mean, Wonder Woman's like December now.
Mm-hmm. So next up on the list will be Namor, the Submariner, number 46, right?
Yes. So we'll have to figure out who's voicing who there. Who wants to be Captain Speedo?
Oh man!
And I forget. Is Stingray in that?
Triton's in it.
Oh, Triton, yeah, being human. Is Stingray in that story? I thought he was.
Maybe I don't remember.
Our friend Stingray we haven't seen since the Crossing Line.
Yeah,
man, they're really dragging some characters. Starblast is really bringing up some characters from Crossing Line. First we got Perun and Vostok, and now I think Stingray's coming back, and
Vanguard and Darkstar.
They
weren't in the Crossing Line though.
No,
they weren't. Yeah. Were they? I don't even remember.
I don't think
Stingray. No.
Yeah, Stingray was. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, look how quick we got through that issue. It's just, and it's like, you maybe could have saved the issue with like kick-ass art, even if the story wasn't there or vice versa. But it's like,
I mean, if you look at the panel count, there's 2 double-page splashes in this, and then maybe 3-4 panels per page, and there's only 17 pages, so. Story density is pretty low on this one,
Do you think Ron Morris just wanted to get through it, or maybe look at the mess? Starblast was. Did he maybe not have all the details? Maybe.
It's hard to say, but I feel like ultimately the blame lies at the editor.
Yeah.
Maybe this feels like it was rushed to me, and which is. Not necessarily the fault of the creators.
And again, it doesn't seem to fit in with like the Quasar stuff. It doesn't seem to even fit in with the Namor and Fantastic Four stuff. So it's kind of like its own separate thing.
Yeah, this was toward the end of that first initial, rush of those planned out crossovers, and it kind of goes out in all directions. It kind of started with Infinity Gauntlet, where it crossed over and kind of didn't, but then it did. And yeah.
I think they were just looking to, promote books. Quasar, Fantastic Four, Namor, Secret Defenders. That's probably the only reason Secret Defenders even got a crossover, is they were trying to promote the book. Because I might have to read that. Because I was looking, I think it only went like 25 issues.
It did, yeah. Ended with the 25th. I mean, this one was one where, like the issue itself isn't mind-blowing, doesn't really connect to the story in a super meaningful way. But it was fun to find in the wild when I was going through the bins, because I don't think I was expecting it. Or like, I see a lot of the early Secret Defenders issues in the bins, but I'd never seen an 11. And then I think I found a few. I feel like I mailed one to you or one of the two of you a while back when I sent out some random issues.
I know. I think you sent me two of the 3 Namor issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got that. I know you sent me some of the Namor issues, but yeah, no Secret Defenders.
No. But, so that's the thing about covers sometimes,
Yeah.
You get excited for them and then it can let you down, but it's about the thrill of finding it sometimes.
Yeah, because Secret Defenders is one of those ones, like I said, I don't think I ever read past like issue 4 or 5 of that thing.
Yeah.
Well, until we read this one.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good idea, Maddie. When I make the schedule for next year, maybe put the Deadpool issues on.
Yeah, why not?
Because I've seen the cover for it. What is it? I think it's like Deadpool, Luke Cage, and somebody else, or 2 somebody else's. Yeah.
It's interesting. Starblast 2 has no part of the crossover.
Oh yeah, that's
Starblast.
Yeah.
Can't make it too easy for you. Why would people want to collect it in order?
Wow, that's awesome. That is so awesome.
All right, so hey, do we want to hear what Ray had to think about this?
Of course.
You bet. Of course.
All right, so Mr. Gator Muncher himself, Ray. That's right, I got a
Croc Muncher. Come on.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we have that fancy that visual for when we play his feedback. I almost forgot. Yes. All right. Here we go. Gotta share my screen. All right. Can everyone see that? Oh wait. Let's make them full screen. There we go. All right, everyone. Here's our weekly dose of feedback from Ray. You can see on your screens right up his nostrils. From Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. To Know Her is to Fear Her, the Spider-Woman podcast. Last Tuesday of every month, right here on this podcast with me and Matt to discuss all things Scarlet Spider and, of course, Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast. Yes. All right, Ray. What did you have to think about this whole 17 pages?
Hello, Quantum Zoners. This is Ray. Give you my thoughts for Secret Defenders 11. A very interesting one as we continue our journey through Starblast.
Sure.
Now, I began not really liking this, but in the end, since it was basically just mindless action, I ended up kind of enjoying it. I liked the characters involved. Nova probably the least, but I like seeing Northstar and Northstar in action. So that was pretty cool, and I like the fact that he's actually faster than Nova, which is a pretty big thing. The robot or whatever it was, part of Starblast, that really didn't matter. It was just a matter of having those two try and beat it, and then finally having the Professor Hulk in there to come in and really just show the level difference in strength. To defeat it was pretty cool. Doctor Strange as well had a very incidental kind of role, and it mentions his book as well. So I hadn't actually read the reference book of Doctor Strange, so I'm not too sure what's happened to his Sanctum Sanctorum. But basically, he was there to bring in the help, i.e., Northstar and the Hulk. It seemed like a very quick issue. But the banter between Northstar and Nova was entertaining. I thought. It really didn't do much more than that and recap what had happened in the last 2 parts of Starblast. So nothing too much here. There was the interlude I was a little confused at, although, it was good to see Thanos. I'm not really putting too much investment in that. I'm assuming that's part of the Secret Defenders storyline.
Yep.
But as for Starblast, this was I think so far, part 3, this is the most simple part, and probably the most accessible. Art-wise, oh man, everyone looked really chunky. Can I say that? I mean,
yep.
The Hulk looked pretty good, but North Star and Nova were really thick. I don't know what's going on there. Grinberg, is it? The artist, I had a look, and Ron Mars was the writer. So pretty average for me. But as part of enjoyment factor, I actually just enjoyed it because it was just a lot of simple fun. So you guys should be able to, I think, get through this comic or read through pretty quickly. It didn't seem to be that much at all, except for the recap. So yeah, I'll be interested to hear perhaps Matt Kona do a French-Canadian accent. That would be pretty cool. And I am...
I tried, and it wasn't that great. So
Sacré bleu, right?
And that would leave the Hulk, but definitely Doctor Strange for Will. So I hope I got that right. Anyway, keep it quantum. We'll be following this crazy, wacky adventure. But, if I'd mark this one, I'd give this like a C+. It really is kind of a disposable throwaway one. But, as I said, enjoyable nevertheless. Alrighty, I'm out of here. Catch you later.
So yeah, we got through this one. This one was the least important out of the whole crossover, I would say. And
yes. If Ray wants to hear a French Canadian accent, it is actually a strange coincidence because I have never plugged it on this podcast, but. At the beginning of the pandemic, my friend comedians have started this group where they make wrestling video game simulations, and everyone becomes a character, and they do promos. It is very silly. And I made a character named Le Magnifique Nordique, who does a very bad French-Canadian accent. And you can see him every week on the Twitch stream, QAW, Quarantine Action Wrestling. That is what it's called for everybody in Australia. Twitch is a website where people watch video games. It is very stupid, but that's it. So there you go.
What the F?
Yeah. Don't get your hopes up for Thanos, Ray. Even Thanos ain't showing up for this thing.
Yeah. No kidding.
No.
Okay, well, I've done a little research while we've been chatting here, and according to what I can see,
oh boy,
Namor is just a Starblast crossover. It doesn't have a number.
Yes.
So let's assume Starblast 1 is 1. Quasar 54 has 2 on the cover.
Yes.
Secret Defenders has 3 on the cover. We'll assume Namor is 4. We'll assume Starblast 2 is 5.
Mm-hmm.
Quasar 55 says it's part 6. Namor 47 says it's part 7. Starblast 3 doesn't have a number, so we'll assume part 8. Namor 48 says it's part 7. So we have 2 part 7s.
That's what I'm saying.
And
we could basically do whatever order it's.
Well, did we do the crossing line with 2 part 5s?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes. But no, I think where was this order from, Kona? Is this the order they were released?
It was just how it was listed in the Marvel Age. So
yeah.
I believe it did say like the month. So I think it was in release order. Yeah.
November, December, January.
Yeah, because the way we had the order after Kona set that list, next week is Namor 46, followed by Starblast number 2, and then Namor 47. Followed by
Quasar 55.
And then Fantastic Four 385. Starblast 3. Namor 48. Quasar 56. Fantastic Four 386. And then Starblast 4.
there we go.
So, yes, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 2.5 more months of this.
Hey, do any of you have Namor 48 handy?
Here, let me see. Since I'm on the pad, I can look. What are you looking for? The cover? Or?
Yeah, the cover. It says crossover, and I don't think that there's a number on it. But the scan that I was looking at online just was not very large.
Yeah, I'm looking on the website thing here.
48, you said?
Yeah.
48, you said? Oh, wait. Might be easier if I just do a Google search. Why? What were you saying? It
has the Starblast crossover, and then it has a place for a number, but I don't think it actually has a number.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think a lot of these. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Because I did a Google search. The scan wasn't.
Let me see. Hang on.
All right.
Yeah,
I got it.
There. Hey boys, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, there's nothing there. It's just him fighting the thing with what looks like a face hugger on his head.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's weird because there does look like there could be a number there, but instead you got nothing.
Got a whole lot.
It's weird because what you get for your $1.25. You get Marvel's first and mightiest mutant fighting the Thing. I think it's the Thing. He's wearing a tank top, so it could be when the Thing's girlfriend was also the Thing.
That's right, Sharon Ventura.
Yeah,
Marvel.
Exactly. So.
Wow, and how many parts was this supposed to be, actually?
Well, is it 10 from that? I don't have actually, I was just looking at the list.
Yeah, Quasar 56 has a part 10 on it. So
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's why it's always been like a legend, I think, because that's what they said. Some of the parts are either misnumbered or there is no number. It's,
yeah.
Like, and do an internet search. There's at least 2 or 3 different versions of the list, all in different order.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the only thing people can agree on is like, Starblast #1 is part 1.
Yeah.
Although I don't know. When we were looking last week, I swear it said something like Namor 46 was like, I don't know if it was a prelude or just a time. It's
nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry kids. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to me this time, but I can usually wait to use the facilities until after the show. But remember,
this is a short show, so it has the opposite effect.
True, I guess.
Yeah.
Remember, children, you don't buy iced tea; you rent it. Man, this show's going to be a rambling mess because we're just like 17 pages.
Yeah.
That chase doesn't even last that long,
Yeah, it was. I mean, there were mostly. I mean, were there 3 double-page splashes in that?
Something.
I don't remember. It was pretty.
But I'm trying to remember how at the end of Starblast or Quasar did we see this thing or no? I mean, I know the New Warriors came to check on Nova, but was Nova chasing this thing?
No, he was like being wheeled away on a cart, wasn't he?
That's what I thought. Yeah. So it's like how the hell did you know this thing was out there? How? Oh, again,
I don't know.
Did the editors or whoever not give Ron Mars all the details, and he just had to make something up?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's
again. This is
crazy.
Again, this issue is the most out of place one I think in the whole Starblast crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would not disagree with that.
I mean, even though it doesn't affect the main story, like the Namor and Fantastic Fours at least kind of are like cohesive among themselves.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. I have all the notes. None of the Starblast series itself has a part number on it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Okay. Quasar 54 is part 2. Secret Defenders 11 is part 3 on the covers. Namor 46 doesn't have a number. Starblast 2 doesn't have a number. Namor 47 is Part 7. Quasar 55 is Part 6. Fantastic Four through 85 is also Part 7. Starblast 3 does not have a number. Namor 48 does not have a number. Quasar 56 is Part 10. Is that actually the 10th one?
Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9.
10.
No, it should be 11.
Yeah, Namor 48 should be 10, yes.
And then Fantastic Four 386 is Part 11, and Starblast 4 has no number. So, welcome to the craziness.
Good Lord. I mean, yeah, this crossover was what's supposed to boost sales. I don't think it,
No.
did not have the desired effect.
I think we have to give the creators credit. They were doing the best they could.
Yeah.
But I think editorial kind of failed. They failed them and failed us on this one.
I think we should get big attention on the internet just for trying to make sense of this madness.
Wow. Yeah, I had blocked out some of this stuff.
I was going to say,
blocked out.
I hope our conversation hasn't sounded as rambling as this issue was.
Yeah.
But
actually, the issue was pretty tight. I mean, boom. Done. It was fast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I swear I'm off my game tonight. I mean, I should have listened to Ray's feedback. I mean, of course, we should have made Kona the French Canadian. Come on.
I thought about nominating myself, but I knew I had a lot of dialogue as Nova. So.
Yeah, I was going to say I was going to give you both. Yeah,
that guy never even spoke in this issue.
No,
right? No, there was no attempt at characterization. It was just
it might as well have been a missile.
Mm-hmm.
There's not even you'll never stop me or some corny villain dialogue. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, okay then.
I mean, I'd say the only reason to buy this issue, a hard copy, is if you're a completist and you're trying to get the whole Secret Defenders run.
And there is a Quasar appearance in there.
Oh wait, what issue is that? Oh, this one.
This one, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In one panel, in kind of a weird flashbacky kind of thing.
And like Ray said, him and Kayla both very chunky.
Thick.
Although everyone kind of is, but which is kind of weird because Doctor Strange is in his astral form.
He's looking pretty beefy too.
I know. And again, of course, Ray, the Hulk looks the best because he usually does look that big.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Yes. All right, so are we done with this thing?
I think so.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
So please, I would love to hear everyone else's thoughts on this issue. And of course, next week, again, come back for Namor, the Submariner number 46. It's part 4. Trust us, even if it doesn't say it. It's part 4. So, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Oh, yeah, and any recipes for fried gator or crocodile, yes, send them in. And also follow the Quantum Zone on Facebook. We have a page and a group. The Facebook group is Eon's Closet. Twitter, Instagram. Find links to all of those, all the Capes and Lunatics stuff, including this YouTube. Go subscribe to the channel. You can see our not smiling faces this episode, but that links to the Patreon where we talk all things Star Trek, links to merch, everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capes-and-lunatics. And remember to support the sponsors: Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, Pod Life the book, now digital and paperback. And go on Amazon and get that. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants.
Who you can hear Rob on the newest episode of Capes and Lunatics 175. We were talking indie comics, me, him, Lilith. We had some guests.
Indie comics.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. And we also had his daughter. I believe she's 13. Yes, much more talented than you, Rob. So
you're weak sauce.
All right, Matt Kona.
As I rambled in a bad French accent earlier. Check out, look up on YouTube, Quarantine Action Wrestling, Les Magnifiques Nordiques. You'll see me playing a very silly character. I'll probably post something about it on social media at Matt Kona, MatTKona. But yeah, and then if you're listening to this in October, check out Yale and Matt recap stuff. We're talking about horror movies, and I'm already tired thinking about it. I've only done 3 so far.
It's got to be longer. We need a full length one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what, 3 down early? Wait, what'd you say, Will? Yeah, like 28 to go.
Yeah.
See you later, bunkies.
All right, Will Allred, master of the Quantum Zone.
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED. Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and probably other places too. You can also find my self-published indie comic, Diary of Night, with artist Gene Gonzalez at diaryofnight.com. And you can find all kinds of cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
And, of course.
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Come back next time. Hopefully, Namor will be better than this, but I don't think it could be worse. So. There's somewhat of a plot there, so of course it'll be better. Imperious Rex. I don't know what to say. It's just this issue is just. I mean, come on, the 3 of us. No one has anything to say. Come on, oh my lord. This. All right, what's worse, this issue or the cupcakes, Will?
I think I still. Oh, that's hard, man. That's hard.
That's what she said.
All right. I like the cupcakes still.
All right, Quantum Zoners, send in your thoughts on that. And until next time, remember, keep it chunky.